Fort Worth, Texas, AP, Kenrich Williams was on a breakaway toward the TCU basket when he was suddenly caught from behind and essentially tackled. That still couldn't stop the 20th-ranked Horned Frogs from extending the nation's longest winning streak to 14 games with a 94-83 victory over SMU on Tuesday night. "It's just a part of the game. It was just a hard foul," Williams said. "Got us fired up. It probably helped us a little bit in a way." Williams had 27 points to lead 5 TCU players in double figures, and the Frogs, 9-0, were already starting to separate themselves midway through the second half when Williams came up with a steal. The 6'7" guard was going the other way when Kenrich grabbed him from behind and basically dragged him to the ground. "I liked how our team handled it," TCU coach Jamie Dixon said. "I think Kenrich made the wrong play, but I don't think it was a malicious play. He grabbed him, he went down hard. Usually that play turns into a double technical, somebody reacts. After officials ruled the flagrant foul, Williams made one free throw and TCU kept possession. Several passes later, Desmond Bain hit a three-pointer from the left wing in front of the Frogs bench that put them up 67-56. "I'll just say from my vantage point, it certainly looked like he made a play on the ball," SMU coach Tim Jankovich said. "I asked them, the officials, and they said, because he did it from behind. I thought that hurt us, but that didn't cost us the game." "What cost us the game? We couldn't get a stop. SMU, 7-3, was coming off a 17-point home win over them. No. Southern Cal just 3 days earlier. Courtney had 16 points for TCU, Bain had 14, Jalen Fisher 11 and Ahmed Humby 10. Fisher had 9 assists. Williams, who was 7 of 8 shooting with 5 threes, just missed his 5th straight double-double, finishing with 9 rebounds. He also had 5 assists. TCU led for good after Fisher fed Williams for a three-pointer with 14.5 minutes left to snap a 47 all-tie. Ethan Sharkwall led 5 SMU players in double figures with 21 points, while Jari Foster had 19. Shake Milton had 18 points, but was only 1 of 8 from three-point range, while Jimmy Wood had 12 points before fouling out and Kenrich had 10. The Mustangs, a 30-win team last season, played at TCU for the first time in 4 seasons. The campuses are only about 40 miles apart. The fever pitch that your guys get for games like USC, I felt like, and I told our guys, you know how you felt the other night, TCU is going to feel like that for us coming here, Jankovich said. To date, on their schedule, this was a big game. Big picture. SMU, even though the Mustangs shot 52% overall, 30 of 55. They struggled on three-pointers by making only 6 of 21 from long range. Their 4 bench players, including 3 freshmen, combined for only 3 points. TCU, the Frogs keep sharing the basketball. They entered the game ranked 4th nationally with 20 assists per game, and then had 21 assists on 26 field goals. The defending net champs are 24-2 in non-conference games under Dixon. Early and late. Williams hit 2 3-pointers in the game's first 61 seconds, part of a game-opening 8-2 run before SMU got within 10-9. Williams then had 5 quick points, with a layup and another 3. The last field goal for the Horned Frogs was Hamdi's layup with 4.5 minutes left that made it 78-65. They made 16 of 18 free throws the rest of the way. Up next, SMU will have an extended break during exams before playing New Orleans on December 13. That will start a 5-game homestand at Moody Coliseum, where the Mustangs have a 28-game winning streak. TCU plays number 22 Nevada on Friday night in the Basketball Hall of Fame Classic at Staples Center. It will be the first time Dixon, a North Hollywood native, coaches a game in Los Angeles. His parents still live in the home he grew up in, and his sister is an attorney for Los Angeles County. Stanford, 9-4, Pac-12, versus TCU, 10-3, Big 12, December 28, 6 p.m. EST. Location, San Antonio. Top players: Stanford, Airbae Bryce Love, 1,973 yards rushing, 17 TDs. TCU, QB Kenny Hill, 2,838 yards passing, 21 TDs. Notable: Stanford, the Cardinal lost to USC in the Pac-12 title game 31-28, missing out on a New Year's Six Bowl invite. But Stanford won its previous 3 games, including a 38-20 thrashing of Notre Dame. TCU, the Horned Frogs lost twice to CFP participant Oklahoma and at Iowa State. TCU went 3-3 after starting 7-0. Last time, TCU 31, Stanford 14. Sep.8, 2008. Bowl history: Stanford, first appearance in the Alamo Bowl, 29th bowl appearance in school history. TCU, second appearance in the Alamo Bowl in 3 seasons, 33rd bowl appearance in school history. Arlington, Texas, AP, Baker Mayfield threw 4 touchdowns and number 2 Oklahoma State claimed to a playoff spot with a 41-17 win over No. 10 TCU in the return of the Big 12 championship game Saturday. With their record 11th Big 12 title, the Sooners, 12-1, No. 3 CFP, are locked to in the college football playoff for the second time in 3 seasons. They are the only Big 12 team to make the 4-team playoff format that started in 2014. Oklahoma jumped out to a quick 17-0 lead, including Caleb Kelly's 18-yard fumble return for a touchdown after running back Kyle Hicks turned over on the first offensive play by TCU, 10-3, no. Kenny Hill threw 2 TD passes to get the Horned Frogs within 24-17 at halftime, but Oklahoma scored twice on its first 3 offensive plays after the break. Mayfield, the frontrunner for the Heisman Trophy to be named next week, finished 15 of 23 passing for 243 yards and take game MVP honors. The first 2 touchdowns were to tight end Mark Andrews. Hill opened the second half with 3 consecutive incompletions. On the first play after the punt, Mayfield hit Michael Jones for a 55-yard catch and run score. On 4th and 1 from the Oklahoma 41 on the next drive, Hill bootlegged to the right side. Big defensive end Ogbonnia Okoronkwo chased him toward the sideline before Parnell Motley delivered the crushing blow that kept TCU's quarterback from getting a first down. Two plays later, Marquise Brown made an impressive over-the-shoulder grab for a 52-yard TD and a 38-17 lead. The takeaway: TCU, the Horned Frogs had allowed only 6 points, 2 field goals, combined after halftime in their last 7 games. Even Oklahoma was scoreless in the second half of its 38-20 home win over TCU 3 weeks ago. The 41 points are the most TCU has allowed this season. Oklahoma, the Sooners clinched their 3rd straight Big 12 title, all since former Texas Tech transfer Mayfield took over as the starting quarterback. Their 11th Big 12 title overall was the first without Bob Stoops, the coach for their last national title in 2000, who resigned unexpectedly last summer. Lincoln Riley, at 34 the youngest FBS head coach, is only the 5th coach in FBS history with no previous head coaching experience at a 4-year college to win at least 12 games in his debut season. Up next, TCU, the Horned Frogs could still possibly make it into one of the New Year's 6 bowl games, and if not likely will be the Big 12 representative in the Alamo Bowl. Oklahoma, the Sooners wait to find out who they will play and in which national semifinal game, the Rose Bowl or Sugar Bowl. Number 23 TCU looks to continue the nation's longest winning streak when it hosts Yale on Saturday at Skilmont-Air Arena in Fort Worth, Texas. The Horned Frogs, 7-0, are winners of 12 consecutive games, including a 5-game run to the NIT championship last season. TCU, which is enjoying its highest ranking in the AP poll since it was 21st in January 1999, is coming off an 87-76 victory over Belmont on Wednesday night. The Horned Frogs led by as many as 18 points in the second half before Belmont cut its deficit to 77-70 with 1:50 to go, so TCU coach Jamie Dixon found cause for concern. "Gosh, we have to guard a little bit better than that," he said. "I thought our defense was good. We spread it around, 20 assists. But the layups hurt us. Thought we have to guard the dribble better. That's what we talked to our guys about." Yale, 5-4, comes in having won 2 games this week, 76-66 over Delaware on Monday and 84-67 against Bryant on Wednesday. The Bulldogs were picked in a preseason media poll to finish second in the Ivy League behind Harvard, although Yale actually pulled in more first-place votes, 8, than Harvard, 6. Yale's losses include at Creighton and Wisconsin to start the season. Having the experience of going to a big arena, playing a big-time team like Wisconsin and Creighton, I think that experience is going to be really good for us going into TCU, guard Alex Copeland told the Yale Daily News. "We know how intense we have to be, and now that we've actually won some games, and just played in some close games, we're better prepared to do what it takes to win." TCU has 5 players averaging double-digit points, led by Vlad Brodzianski at 15. The 6'11" senior from Slovakia had 22 points against Belmont, making 5 of 6 3-point shots. Sophomore guard Desmond Bain is averaging 13.6 points and shooting 62.5% from beyond the arc, 15 of 24. The other top scorers, senior guard Kenrich Williams, 12.4, sophomore guard Jalen Fisher, 10. And junior forward J.D. Miller, 10.3. The versatile Williams has posted 3 consecutive double-doubles and is averaging 10. One rebounds. The Belmont game wasn't the first time this season, though, that TCU failed to put away a team in the second half. Dixon went back to talking about defense and how Belmont made 19 of 24 shots from 2-point range. "We have to be a team that matures," Dixon said. "We're a really young team. We have 6 returning guys that played. We've got to finish games better and play 40 minutes of great basketball, which is an impossibility, but we have to sustain." Through games of November 30, Yale was 17th nationally in assists per game, 19.1, and 7th in total three-pointers made, 86 of 243. .4%. While the Bulldogs represent some problems for TCU's defense, those challenges aren't what they could be. Yale has been playing without talented sophomore forward Jordan Brunor, out for season with a meniscus injury, and guard Makai Mason, a former first-team All-Ivy performer who missed last season because of injury and is still recovering from a preseason stress fracture in his left foot. He likely is out until mid-January. Yale is led by 6'7" sophomore Miaoni, who is averaging 15. 6 points. Forward Blake Reynolds averages 11.4 points, and guard Alex Copeland is at 11.